3 with 3 strikeouts today. Adames goes to right. We'll see if that one's playable for Slater. Backing up, and if it's fair, it's gone. It's gone!
You can take some credit for that one.
Well, before I take credit, let's just see what these guys are. Oh, they're looking. Oh, man. He knew it was foul.
Foul ball.
Gilly can't wait to take the credit for this one. He cannot wait.
You know they're going to look it over. I mean, we're in the 9th.
From Ted Barrett pointing here, maybe someone in the dugout misbehaved, or maybe Craig Counsell's just being ornery.
Ump conference. Craig Counsell is heated. I mean, we're going to look at it.
He just got tossed.
And he's tossed.
Well, he's heated because Stu Sherwater immediately calls it a home run and then immediately calls all the umpires over to see if he got it.
2 batters. That's hit on a bounce. Duffy to second for 1. On to first, and it's too high. And Alcantara airmailing that throw. Andy Green is going to come out and ask about the slide at second.
Question is, was it a bona fide slide? Did he go out of his way to make contact with Alcantara?
Well, it's hit pretty hard, and on the delivery, did he go out of the way? It looks like he slid straight into the bag. So he did pick that last-minute move, but he's clearly able to connect the bag. But he does. The question is, will they call something like targeting? Is he going after him specifically? So it's an interesting call.
And normally, your shortstop in that situation would have a little momentum. Oh, Andy Green's been ejected from this game. I don't know if it's just a matter of arguing the call, or if Italian's refusing to review it. Is that a reviewable play? Of course it is. We've seen that play reviewed. That might be what Andy's worked up about.
Check this out. So Kane strikes out here, and a called strike 3. Greg Gibson behind the plate rings him up.
He called him on the swing. Yeah.
Oh, he said it was right. He didn't check it. Pats him on the back. All smiles. He looks over and it's all happy until Christian Yelich says something, and Gibson throws him out. So Yelich bottom left here, and there he goes.
He's out of the game anyway, so I guess why not?
Comes the payoff pitch. Alonso went too far. No, he didn't. Sure looked from up here like he wasn't able to check, but first base umpire Ryan Wills says he held up. Close. So a 2-out walk. And here's Michael Conforto.
Someone's screaming unbelievable down there. Might be the skipper. And someone just got
he's gone. Ryan Wills just ejected somebody in the Nationals dugout, and it looks like it's Davey Martinez. Now another ejection. That's home plate umpire Ben May that stepped in. I don't know if he didn't see Ryan Wills throw somebody out of the game or if he's ejecting somebody else.
To me, it sounded like Gerardo Parra was saying unbelievable down there. Davey's going to get his money's worth.
Can't walk out there because he's in that big cast. They've got the crutches waiting for him there behind the bench. It sure looked like Alonso might have gone a little bit too far on that check swing. They've got a good view of it over there in the dugout. That might have been a double ejection of Davey Martinez there. That one gets the edge as well, and Carter Kieboom is not happy with Bill Welke. And he's gone. Kieboom gets run.
Remember, he struck out on a slider that was 2 balls out last time, so he's still frustrated from the 4th inning strikeout.
Heard Bill Welke say it was over, and then you turned and said something else.
He really didn't turn. He just kind of threw his hand up in the air.
Well, while we were away, Jeff Nelson has thrown out Aaron Boone, and we could hear him from up here say, listen, I'm not going to have a running dialogue on the strike zone. And then the dialogue continued, and then he tossed him out. And Boone and the Yankee bench, David, they're rightfully upset with that last ball 4 call. That was a strike.
If you hear, you know, obviously you see we've got the box there. You can see it's well within it. It's not even close as you're reading lips.
At your best hitter, that was the old days. I don't think you take a chance of hurting somebody in a pennant race here. One of the best players in baseball, the reigning MVP, but we'll see. Oh, I was wrong.
Threw behind him.
Couldn't have been more wrong.
Hello.
Okay. Didn't hit him though. Scared him. Wow. Is he going to do it again? No warnings issued, huh?
Well,
he could throw him out.
He could be tossed out of this game right now.
You could throw Sean Nolan out if you want.
The umpires, this came up several years ago. If they think there was intent, they could eject Sean Nolan right now.
I'll tell you what.
And Lance Barksdale's pretty.
Freddie knew it. He wore it, just went to first. He knew what was going on.
He's been thrown out. The umpires have the latitude to read intent, and they think he totally intended to hit Freddie Freeman.
Davey Martinez wants to run out there so bad right now. He's trying to get Lance Barksdale over. See, I feel like if you have a manager with a cast on, you have the professional courtesy to go over to the dugout and explain to him what just happened as an umpire. Because if he could be out there, he would be.
Go back to what happened last night. We know the history of Will Smith and Juan Soto. We know that Will has not enjoyed facing Juan and just nailed him with a fastball in the ribs. Intentional, not intentional, can't say. And result was there is personal history between those two. As the game ended, we are told Soto and Smith had a stare down, so to speak, when the game ended. And we wondered if someone was going to wear one in the ribs today, and we were right.
Freddie Freeman and the crew chief Ted Barrett right there.
Oh, there you go.
Now there's a couple of old pros right there.
Look at this. We thought Juan got hit on purpose, and we're just playing the game the way we think we should play it to protect our player.
And meanwhile, the challenge is turned down in the first inning. An interesting one is Ova.
Well, he certainly lets out a loud grunt when he delivers the pitch. Sounds like you on the tennis court, on you.
No, that's 100. You're allowed to grunt when you throw 100, right, Coney?
Oh. The barking from the Yankee bench has been ongoing for a while. Looks like, man, that might be Matt Blake.
Yeah, looks like I don't know if he's thrown out. Looks like he's heading down the tunnel. And that would indicate that he is thrown out. Oh, he is thrown out for sure. The frustration is bubbling over.
And Toppy just got thrown out. You can read Buddy's lips. Mike, what was that?
Raimel getting thrown out right there is a byproduct of the 2 pitches before, obviously. He frustrated a little bit, gets a fastball that's out of the strike zone and expands, and turned around and said to words you're not supposed to say to the umpires. You see him immediately snap his head around.
He's got a little pop from both sides of the plate. Next homer will be his 30th. Hopefully we won't see it in this series.
Chili Davis had hit 29 home runs 30 years ago. Greg Gibson is getting into it. It looks like with Vance Wilson. Mike Matheny is doing his best to restrain his third base coach. Mike Matheny is saying just go away. Now the only reason why Greg Gibson would pay that much attention would be if he ejected Vance Wilson and is waiting for him to leave the premises, and apparently that's what happened. I don't know what happened in the top of the 7th inning that may have triggered that.
To 40, but
oh boy,
that's the worst. That's the worst of all times. That makes me more mad than anything on this planet. The guy throws the ball at you and you get a swing. It's a joke.
I think Mike Schilt has been ejected. You cannot argue balls and strikes. And so the manager is going to go out and talk it over with Doug Eddings, the crew chief.
I'll tell you.
Be able to get his money's worth now. Let's take a look here.
Well, this is one of the most scariest thing as a hitter, right? So check that out. The ball almost hits him in the shoulder, so which is really close to your face. But you're starting your swing because you're seeing a fastball. There's no way that you can do anything but get out of the way right there, and that's your swing. And yeah, he did go technically. That is the most frustrating thing ever as a hitter.
And not called a strike, even though it was in our box. And Duffy says up, up. So a leadoff walk, now a 2-out walk, and Duffy will come out with Judge coming to the plate and Colomé coming in. Just right there, but half the ball in our box, half of it out. I don't know whether Rocco Baldelli's been tossed or not, but he made the pitching change, and he's been doing all the talking with Jeff Nelson. And I know what the topic was, the borderline pitches that were not called in this 8th inning that led to 2 Yankee walks.
Yeah, I'm not sure also on Duffy. We saw him going down the stairs during the break, whether he was tossed from the bench from yelling or Rocco getting as animated, I think, as we've seen him. But the frustration obviously there, whether Rocco's been ejected already and Jeff Nelson's given him a few more words, but Rocco's sticking up for his guys.
Yeah. Ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch. Those are 2 that miss by a lot. Hey, dude. I mean, those are 3 brutal misses. What's the deal here? Chris Conroy's coming. That might be it. He got
tossed. Got hit the first game.
Yeah, that's yep. That's exactly the interpretation of this crew, and here comes Tony La Russa just to get an explanation. I mean, those are 3 brutal misses.
I mean, that misses by a ton, right on the calf.
You know, Tuesday we talked about how there were 3 White Sox that were hit with pitches, and now Tony's gone. He's going to get his money's worth, though. That is career ejection number 91 for Tony La Russa.
Matt Beerling will take it.
Lee Wentz is the third base umpire. On the out-of-town scoreboard, St. Louis has added another run on a home run by Dylan Carlson.
Vince still in?
Yep.
No triple yet?
I think somebody's going to get run. I think, oh man, Joe is hot.
Wow.
I'm assuming it was Joe that was thrown out. I don't know if it would have been anybody else.
Well, you hope it's Joe and not one of the position players.
Well, that's what I was wondering.
Pitch to Tatis. And Fernando takes at the top of the zone. Strike 3 called, second of the night for Wainwright, who's now 1 strikeout away from 2,000 in his career.
Fastball up and in, caught the top of the zone. You know, after seeing the curveball or the cutter. Watch Molina's glove. He wants it down, but that catches the top.
I think somebody just got run.
Oh.
Tatis obviously not thrilled with that call. O'Neill and Arenado didn't love a couple of strikes that went against them last inning. And I think Jace may have been thrown out of this game by Phil Cuzzy. And if so, Skip Schumacher, who was ironically honored by the Cardinals before the game, will take over on the bench, but we'll see. Sure looks like it.
It's 3-2. In there, strike 3 call. Contreras in the face of the home plate umpire, Chad Whitson. He's been ejected. David Ross gets him out of the way. But Hader gets the strikeout, 2 down in the 9th.
I mean, it was not caught well at all, right? You know, but I don't know. It looks like it goes through as a strike when it goes through the box there. Just the way it was received, though, it's, man.
And Bell grounder right side. Home for 1. And the ball hits the runner or the fielder. And a run's going to come around and score, but are they going to call Josh Bell out for being in the baseline? Here we go again with this play.
Oh, all heck is about to break loose right now.
Davey is going to lose his mind on this one.
Even Ryan Zimmerman's arguing. You never see Ryan Zimmerman argue. Look, he's saying, look at the scoreboard. He's running right in the baseline. Ryan's going to get thrown out. I've never seen Ryan this animated. He's going nuts right now. He's saying, look at the scoreboard. He was walking to the plate, so he had a great view. When have you ever seen Ryan argue? Ever?
So this is about to be called the double play, inning over. Bottom of the 10th, tied up.
They're saying it's too late.
Unbelievable. They're saying 3 outs. It's too late. Let's go.
I feel so bad for Davey that he can't go out there. That's hard to watch.
Remember in an earlier brouhaha when I said it wouldn't be a great look for an umpire to go to the dugout to argue with an ejected manager while you be the judge also? Yeah, that's more than 20. You know,
3 men on the right side of the infield. Bichette alone on the left side, and Kiermaier is hit by that pitch. And we know what has gone on with all of that. Kiermaier not happy, being escorted up that first base line by the plate umpire Bruce Dreckman. And both benches now are emptying. And this umpiring crew will try to sort this out. And Kevin Cash a little heated.
Well, he's saying we all know what this is about. We know that it's on purpose. How is he still in the game? It should have been an immediate ejection, and you can understand that. I mean, this is all stemming from Cardgate.
Yep.
We talked about it early in this game, and that was absolutely on purpose, and everybody in the building, anybody watching this knows it.
So let's see what this crew does. There's no question that there should be an ejection, and the umpires will get together and make a determination. If they don't eject him, then it's free game on anybody you want to hit.
I mean, look, and you got Jansen setting up outside, and Barunki saying, you know what, here it is. I mean, this is easy.
You see Bruce Dreckman in between Jansen and Kiermaier, and Joe West emerges from this, and
you got to send him to the shower.
You absolutely have to eject him. You can't allow him to stay in the game.
Yeah, Joe West just said you got to go.
And so Barunki is out of the game. Then now Montoya and Walker. Now Walker's got to be ejected as well.
Someone needs to unplug the coffee machine.
I'll tell you.
Behind the dugout. My good Lord.
Yeah, that's over the top.
But and for what? It's real simple. He threw at him, clear as day, and they sent him to the showers.
Yeah.
Just hope that the Rays don't return the favor in the top half of the ninth.
Yeah. Well, that's another reason. I mean, if you got to eject the pitcher, and
Kelnick went back to first base. I think he may have. Did you think it was a foul ball?
I think so.
So Guerra stepped off. Guerra picked him off, but he was going from second to first.
There's Kelnick in there. Bag taken. You don't see anybody calling time. Ball still live.
I think somebody in the A's dugout just got thrown out. I don't think it was Bob Melvin.
Well,
that looks like a foul ball.
I was just going to say, you can very clearly see the foul ball.
So maybe Kelnick did know what he was doing, huh? So yeah, you're right. The replay clearly showed that it was a foul ball, which means Kelnick just goes back to first base, but I don't think the foul ball was called.
And you can see Bob right now trying to explain to Mr. Gibson, whoever ended up getting ran out of the dugout is talking to Bob, and
so now Bob gets tossed, and the problem here is Greg Gibson is wrong. He missed a foul ball.
Right.
So I always find that quite ridiculous that an umpire missed a call and he's now thrown Ryan Christensen and Bob Melvin out. We believe it may be Christensen, but somebody else got thrown out.
So moments ago we were going to break, showing you Edward Cabrera who's getting ready for his start, but while that was happening, Brian De La Cruz was called out for swinging at this pitch, Holly, and then he ended up getting tossed.
Well, you can clearly see the frustration. De La Cruz checked his swing, and the question is, did he go or not? Now, he's going to give you a different answer than really anybody else, but the first base umpire says he did, and that's what ignites De La Cruz. He's on his way down to first base, and he doesn't like it. But he's not actually ejected by the first base umpire. He's ejected by the home plate umpire, and I don't agree with this. That he warned him, and then De La Cruz did nothing to warrant being ejected. in the last 2 seconds right there. I mean, you got to be kidding me.
As we were going to break, the last batter of the inning was Eddie Alvarez. Here's a look at strike 3. So that's a little bit high there. It's a called strike 3. Eddie did not like the call. Says what he says, and then there goes the helmet. Now, Manny Gonzalez, the home plate umpire, is not even looking, so he's hearing the helmet slam. So he was offended by the hearing of the helmet slam. Pointed to the bat. Is he? I mean, I'm asking you to read his mind. Is he pointing to the bat as if to say you're throwing your equipment? I mean, I don't get it.
Yes.
So then there's more. And then Donnie comes out and he says that's 2 days in a row because it was Manny Gonzalez who was the one that had the check swing yesterday on Brian De La Cruz, who was ejected in the first inning, ultimately by the home plate umpire at the time. But Donnie does not like that from Manny Gonzalez now 2 days in a row. And Manny ejected Donnie as well. So now Eddie's out, Donnie's out, and Bender's in.
The 1-0. Schwindel gets underneath it, popped up. Kisner late break, but Arenado falls and it drops in. They have a force play though at third, throw to second, and it ends in a double play. What else? It's a double play. But you should have infield fly in this situation.
I mean,
advance at your own risk with Arenado, obviously, to no fault of his own, falling down.
That could have been the best thing that ever happened. Not to mention that you got Garcia warming up, Happ coming up. Happ took Garcia deep last night, so if you're going to make that move, that's a little scary.
You advance at your own risk on that play. Should be 2 outs. And Mike Schilt will get an explanation here. Arenado's slipping. Thank goodness he's all right. Lands in fair territory. And there you saw finally the arm was up for the infield fly. Yeah. So Tommy Edman, he tags the runner here. So was time called at that point? Goldie knew the situation because you advance at your own risk.
You can read Mike Schilt saying, why did you call time?
The ball is in play. Time should not have been called. You advance at your own risk.
Absolutely.
Should be a double play. So the umpire, you could see though, he calls time, but the question would be, why did you? And Edman tagged the runner and give him all the credit in the world to understand that the ball is still in play. It's live. You advance at your own risk.
I felt like he just said, I know, but that's what happens. Unfortunately, it's what we called.
And you could see Goldschmidt immediately was saying, hey, tag him, tag him. I think he's saying you're right on the infield fly, but you're wrong there. And now Schilt has been ejected. But that ball, when it lands, that's live.
And the little different stuff, ouch.
He gets hit by a pitch. That's the 21st time this year that Jose Abreu has been plunked.
He doesn't wear an elbow pad either.
Third player in White Sox history to have those types of numbers. He ranks third all time in hit by a pitch in Chicago history. That's 103 for him.
And of course, there's guys in their dugout think that was a retaliation pitch.
Yeah, A.J. Hinch is telling Chicago, just quiet down. I don't know what you're. I mean, that was an 0-2 pitch.
Well, what AJ's wanted to do is get the game moving along. All this nonsense of back and forth. Now Tony's going to come out again.
Like I said.
Strike 3 call, and Mercer thought it was low.
And Davey can't go out there and save him, and he's gone.
The Nats will strand 3. Oh, they've stranded 4 all day. And this one, nothing game into the 8th inning.
There must be some rule that I don't know about, because I mean, we saw. Do you disagree with me, Greg? Did he do anything that is wrong?
Not that I saw, but like you said, we're not going to get an explanation.
But from what I saw, I don't even need an explanation.
Shelton just got thrown out the last game of the year. He gets tossed by Manny Gonzalez. Going to get his money's worth in the last game of the year.
It would be so good to have this NFL style, so that they would tell everybody what it was they're looking at and what the challenge was and all that stuff. Maybe we'll get something later in an email, but right now I'm in the dark as to what's going on out there. Shelty obviously is extremely upset with the call.